Internet, and welcome to Thief Gold, Angel Wolf Plays. My name is Angel Wolf, and I will be your guide through one of my old classic favorite games that has been given a nice, lovely HD texture mod update. And I'm going to go through the entire game, showing everything I can, and come with me. Hopefully, this game has 3D positional surround and reverberation turned on, so it's probably best if you play it with headphones on. And I'm going to do the training, just so we get all the graphics and all the cutscenes.
I was a kid. No parents, no home. Running messages and picking pockets to keep my ribs from meeting my spine. One night I saw a man. Folks just passed him by like he wasn't there. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck up on him and made a grab.
That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garrett.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man.
To see a keeper is not an easy thing, especially one who does not wish to be seen. We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone.
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
So we get a little bit of a backstory, and all of a sudden, here we are.
Young Garrett. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
Boo! Scared him. I was scaring him. So that is just a little bit of an Easter egg that you can climb up this ladder and walk around, and that somebody actually, spent time modeling that and actually carving out that area. So we can already see the
You must learn how to
textures.
move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are.
Yeah.
Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
Come on, you gotta give me a challenge. This is nothing. Look at that. I mean, I'm not even breaking a sweat here.
Well done.
Hi.
I did
Ooh,
not
push
see
you
your
off the ledge.
approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected.
Yeah.
To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them. Now you must learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
That's really nothing considering the whole room is made of carpet, but it is a very nice textured carpet. Awesome job, Bentrax. Props to you. Hi.
Very good. I did not hear you traverse the room.
No, you didn't.
Beyond
Do
this
anything
door is
about
a
these
hallway
guys'
that will lead you to your next
guys'
task.
arms and stuff, though, huh? The models don't seem to be as updated. Down the hallway with the green... looks like a green tapestry kind of material.
Now get your weapons. To pick up
Hey, look,
objects,
it's a bow.
select them by centering them on screen
And a
until they
sword.
light up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword, and then your bow. You can always put them away
I
again
got
if you need
this.
your hands free.
I got this.
Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice. Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button.
Corkboard.
Make sure you draw all the way back,
one wasn't
or
a
your
hit.
shot will not have full power. Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot,
Swing.
release your attack.
I split
See
the
if you
other
can hit
arrow.
one of these targets. Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training
Split the
dummy
arrow
and
down
ready
the
your
middle.
sword.
Let's see how we did. Ah, not bad. Not bad, not bad. That one was a perfect hit. Let's recollect our arrows and be on our way. So we are already where we see some nice plant life that has been added. That's all brand new. Plant life wasn't there before.
Swing at the target with the attack button.
Hi.
A quick tap will give you a slash. Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing on the practice dummy. Good job. You're ready for a live opponent. Practice
Vanishes.
against your partner. Enter the cobbled sparring area.
Uh-oh. 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 Something went wonky there. It was like I was stuck on ice. Come on.
Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area. That's enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table. Would you care for some refreshment before we move on, young Garrett? Please pick up all of the items on this table. Cycle through your inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets. Once an object is displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish. Then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door. The door is locked, but the key from the table will open it. To unlock the door, select the key in your inventory. Center the
lines
door
up the
on
shot
screen until it
and
lights
swoosh.
up. Then use the key on the door.
It bounced. Whoosh. Hey, I made it. This is what board programmers at Looking Glass Studios did. They made little Easter egg areas like this. Oh, and what do we have over here? A bedroll with quotes from the development team. During the development. Okay, Chris, I don't feel like a nut. Earlier I had no choice. I should do work. Someone bring me my computer. You know, you're lucky I'm not wearing a G-string. Yeah, well, it's better to suck half as much than never have sucked at all. Woohoo, woohoo, I'm the bug fairy. You're half right. Where you going with that pumpkin, son? Yeah, I just saved cows. Okay. Just think, around November 5th, it will be tragically funny and suicidally grim no matter what. Don't you be quoting me, you scurvy landlubber, arg. Pirates don't say quote. It could use some paprika. Paprika's the happy spice. I want to take damage and possibly even shout when I take damage. That can be arranged. You know I'm wearing tights right now. Mock, you are one queer-ass freak. You know, part of me wishes that's the first time someone's told me that this week. Mock. I don't know which flow brushes to delete. I suggest you just blast them all and let God sort them out. He's talking about mapping stuff, flow brushes. Why don't you all just Xerox our asses and ship that? So Laura says that my ranting is environmentally sound and not speech. What's that buzzing noise? It greatly affects one's workflow when one dies. Guns don't kill people. Sleigh events kill people. Where does the player arm come from? Well, there's a mommy player arm and a daddy player arm. And they both love each other very much. And the daddy player's arm has a seed. It may be that he finds the sounds of the arrow entering his body slightly suspicious. Qu'est-ce que c'est we can see, Kenneth? Is map.pcxu. It's not identically me. Well, I didn't mean it in the is map CPCX in his office sense. Mock and Doug, you're a Newtonian grinder. I'm what? It's like an organ grinder, but without the monkey. You should have 5 servings of fruit a day. Ken endearingly, Dorian, you're my fruit of the day. Tim, we want the end game to be the climax of the mission, and you can't sustain a climax for 45 minutes. At least I can't. It may be stupid, but it's a well-oiled stupidity. It has a certain je ne sais quoi, but I don't know what it is. The management. The team bananas will be kept in my office until they ripen, so that Mike doesn't eat them. Thank you. I had 4 of these points too big cup full of coffee today, and actually saw and spoke to God, and he likes how the project is going. Laura, my arm won't come off. Tim, it all came down to sheep. Tim, to Kate, I revoke your brain. Your arm's only physical when you're thinking about it. There are no licking attacks in this game. It's an unnatural thing to get back up from the dead anyway. The physics system is a harsh mistress, yes. That is definitely true in most games. Dorian is literal about everything. No, I'm not. Everything is too strongly a word to use. Nobody uses the word ruly. I know, I'm just feeling gruntled. Next thing you know, you'll be plussed. It's his butt that has the velocity. Yeah, I get killed all the time these days. Hey, where'd the humans go? I'm very wary of the dangers of stacking objects myself. Enough dancing, more singing. There's a fine line between serenity and ennui. If you're talking about me, I didn't touch the brain. It's like fingernails on the chalkboard of your soul. In my level, I've been using a brush and a rolling pin as a lockpick. A bush and a rolling pin as a lockpick. The quote list sure isn't going to help me convince my mom that I'm not gay. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that here. I don't need to carry that with me. But that is a fun little Easter egg. Like this little area here. And you can only get there if you grab the key and take off as soon as the combat completes. So now I have the key. And let me find it. Gotta dig through my pockets, darn it.
Head down this hallway to get to your next test.
Gotta dig through my thiefly pockets. Down the hallway to the next area.
Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it. Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform. Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream.
I can even go one further and jump up here. And look around. This was long before Assassin's Creed, I'll tell you that much. Long before this was like, oh my god, wow, you know, back then. Because there really weren't that many 3D games.
Good jump.
Good jump.
This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First,
like
move
that?
close to the wall. Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and
Like
pull
that?
yourself up. Good job. I am most pleased with your progress. You have passed the last test for today. If you wish,
How about
you may
like
stay
that?
to practice your climbing and jumping, or swimming, ducking, leaning, or crawling. When you are finished,
Little
you may
too high.
return to your chambers by going through that red door. Farewell.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black. Oh, gotta go all the way back through the chamber. Oh, look at the water, it's nice and blue. I love the new foliage system, man. So much more rich. I mean, it's much of an improvement. There. Alright, let's get out of here. Get up, down the rope.
The keepers were training me to be one of them, but I found other uses for those skills.
Yep, swipe. And that is the training mission. And there really weren't any stats. It was only a quick little running mission, but I'm going to end there, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.